Hi everyone. So today I want to show you a little bit of a difference that there is between using blending solution and using isopropyl alcohol. Now, most of the companies which are producing a blending solution like Beyond Inks, Nara Synthetic Paper, or Jacquard Pinata brands, they do say that they are more compatible with their own inks because that helps the inks to dilute better in the solution, giving us more time, more vibrancy without having a faded look in our inks once they dry up. They do add some additives in these blending solutions to give us more drying time as well, more working time as well, so that slower drying time. Besides that, there is isopropyl alcohol, which also does similar job when it comes to blending solution. It costs less, but it is definitely pure 99% isopropyl alcohol, so it is quite fast drying comparatively to blending solution. So let us see what is the difference between both of them when we start mixing it with inks. So I have two synthetic sheets today, and I'm going to take a same color so that you all can tell the difference between the blending solution as well as the isopropyl alcohol. Now, as just to keep a little bit of a demarcation as to what the difference is, let me just put in a sellotape over here so that we can later on tell the difference which one is what. It's just a comparative study so that you can decide for yourself which look you're liking when it comes to isopropyl alcohol or blending solution to use with your inks. Now, when it comes to choosing between blending solution or isopropyl alcohol solution, it is completely the choice of the artist. Both of them, like I said, they are for the same function. They are for blending, for diluting, for wiping your inks, from to start over if there is any accidental dropping. So let me start off with 1 drop of isopropyl alcohol and also of blending solution, and let us see how it moves around the crimson shade that is from the Beyond Inks. Now, first on my right side, I am pouring in some blending solution first and putting down 1 drop of ink. Now you can see very well that it has already started to dissolve. There's a very good dilution that is happening within, and it is blending really well. It's giving me a nice flow, and definitely because of the amount of blending solution that I have put, it will increase my drying time. It won't dry as fast, very fast. And of course, I have my hair dryer to manipulate the inks around just to see what happens once I use tools which are drying tools. And you can see that in spite of applying so much air closely from a short distance, it still isn't drying as fast. It's been more than 30 seconds since I started the hair dryer, and still I have some areas which are wet. So it's not always necessary that you use a hair dryer when it comes to inks. You can let them air dry as well. If you like that process, which is slow and more fulfilling, I think, when you do not take too much control with the hair dryer. So you can try out both the options and see what gives you more enjoyment when it comes to working with inks. So I just dropped in few more drops of isopropyl alcohol of blending solution, just to see how it reactivates the ink and how much movement it's bringing about the second time around. While this side is drying, I'm going to flip on the other side, and I'm going to do a little bit with the isopropyl alcohol also. So on this side, I'm going to be taking the isopropyl alcohol, which is the cleanup solution by Beyond Inks. You can go for any other brand also. This is what I have my hands on right now. And I have dropped in a lot of isopropyl alcohol, and I'm dropping 2 drops of ink of the same color so that we can tell the difference very well. And here you go. Just finishing up drying of both the sides. And let's see how it looks. So this definitely dried up a bit fast when it came to using with a hair dryer. You can see that when I'm using here with the blending solution, it's still not completely dried. You know, in spite of so much hair dryer airflow coming from this side also when I was drying this portion. But I want to reactivate this as well and see what happens a second time around when I'm reactivating it. Just a few drops to see whether it's lifting up all of the ink from the paper again. So yes, pretty much it's lifting up all of the ink. It's again reactivated it, and now my inks are flowing even more the second time around. And I'm going to quickly dry up. I'm going to try and avoid mixing it with this side so that we have a stark difference comparison that we can make. And just like that, almost quickly it has dried up. So now you can see closely what all difference it has brought to, you know, the whole effect and pattern when it comes to using it with blending solution or using it with isopropyl alcohol. Let me just take this out quickly, and we can see that this one has a bit more interesting patterns happening. It has these internal lines and internal cellular patterns happening, as opposed to your isopropyl alcohol where it is like a smooth blend. It has given us a good gradient. There is dark areas and then there is lightening of the same ink into a lighter zone, and also it has given some different internal patterns in the form of very, very sharp crisp lines, or it has given in some, you know, movement. It's like water flow. So this is kind of a difference between the blending solution. Let me take it up once more closer to you to understand. So this is how the blending solution is looking right now when I'm using it with Crimson, and this is how the isopropyl alcohol 99% pure is looking when I'm using with the same Crimson color. So this is the basic difference between the isopropyl alcohol or the blending solution. Like I said, it is completely subjective which one you would prefer over the other. It will be for the same purpose. It will be to reactivate our inks, it will be to blend and dilute our inks, and also to wipe away our inks. But there is a little bit of a difference. Whenever we are using a blending solution, we would prefer not to use it for wiping, especially because they are quite expensive. For that purpose, you can always use cleanup solution. Now the best part about this is that when I drop in a few drops and I use my basic tissue paper, just press it on, dab it. So you can see that very, very effectively I have lifted up most of my ink and I was able to clean it up, and this way I can start over. I can correct if any mistakes have happened where excess inks have dropped. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The products which I have used in this one, I am going to enlist them below in the description, and hope it helps you to decide and explore which medium is better for you, whether the blending solution or whether the cleanup solution. If you have tried it out and you have preferred one over the other, I would really love to know your outcomes, results, and your experience. So you can leave a comment below in the comment section, and if there are any similar videos that you would like me to do, you can give me suggestions as well for the same. Meanwhile, you can subscribe to my channel. Lots more happening with alcohol inks and resin, and also like this video if it was informative for you. Thank you so much.